Effective peer-to-peer response can take many shapes, from partnered response to small group-oriented response activities to ongoing online writing communities. I found that structuring multiple types and levels of response throughout the term allows students to become both better readers of their own work and others' work, and this in turn allows them to develop a wider repertoire of both reading and writing skills. By engaging in peer response, students are challenged to meet the needs of their readers directly and in the moment. So whether they're working with another student, with a group, or with their online writing community, the writing partnerships that students form challenge and motivate them to improve their work while simultaneously offering them concrete strategies for how to do so in revision. I've thus found that students develop a stronger sense of community when they use peer response strategies in a class. They rely on one another for support in achieving both the goals we've set as a class and the individual goals they've set for themselves as writers. Because students are constantly engaging one another's ideas through peer response, I've also found that students become more invested in what they are writing about over the course of the term. Moreover, students become to value the insights that their peers can offer, and this is meaningful in that it can supplement the feedback that students get from the instructor. This helps to lessen some of the pressure that students can sometimes feel to write only for the teacher. Instead, through peer response, students develop a greater level of audience awareness through their conversations with each other. To build on this audience awareness, I often ask students to keep specific lessons from class in mind as they're responding to one another's work. That way they can help each other practice and cement specific writing strategies we've discussed in class. Students typically feel pretty comfortable articulating their goals for a particular writing piece and then responding in their groups to how each writer has done in terms of achieving those goals. Not only does this provide each student with invaluable feedback about improving such things as effective rhetorical choice, creating stronger arguments, or using more thorough evidence analysis, but peer response also helps students begin to internalize questions to ask themselves as they write and they revise. For example, students report that after practicing peer response, they're better able to think about where their arguments may fall short or their evidence is insufficient because they can anticipate what their readers might say. Students also describe how peer response helps them pay more attention to the ways they lead their readers through their ideas in an essay. Because of the relationships they've built with their peers, students want to make sure they're communicating their ideas in ways that their readers will understand.
I was able to see what I need to improve in terms of how I write. And that was really good, and it really helped me to look at writing as something that you can, it's like a process you can work on. You can start anywhere. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have to be perfect, but then you get these little activities with the groups where they help you to improve and to develop your writing.
I found that two principles are crucial to reaping the benefits of peer response. First is building many opportunities for this kind of peer review throughout the semester so that it's really an integral part of the class's philosophy instead of a token exercise. As we know, for students to take something seriously, we also have to take it seriously and value it ourselves. The second idea is that I often provide structured response opportunities, especially early in the semester, so that students can very concretely practice offering the kinds of feedback that is useful and substantive instead of merely evaluative or reactionary. We typically begin the semester by practicing responding to students' written work, first and foremost as readers. So I'll ask students to respond to an essay by talking about where they were most engaged in that essay and why, what impressions an essay left them with, or where questions arose for them. Instead of critiquing or evaluating the work done, I'm really asking students to take each other's work seriously, engaging both the ideas and the presentation of those ideas. Once students become comfortable responding to each other's work in serious, thoughtful, and precise ways, they can then begin to offer suggestions about how their peers might do such things as strengthen their argument, better analyze their source material, or practice using some of the writing strategies we've discussed in class. And since the opportunities for discussing, responding, and revising are ongoing throughout the term, students can continually renew their commitment to improving their writing using one another to help sustain their level of engagement.